The Hook. This is a classic urban legend that has been around for many years. The story goes that a young woman is driving home late at night when she sees a man hitchhiking. She pulls over and gives him a ride. The man seems friendly at first, but then he starts to act strangely. He tells the woman that he lost his arm in a fishing accident, and he shows her the hook that replaced it. The woman is horrified, but she doesn't want to leave the man stranded on the side of the road. She drives the man to his destination, which is a dark and isolated area. The man gets out of the car and thanks the woman for the ride. As she's driving away, she sees the man in her rearview mirror. He's holding up his hook, and he's smiling. The next day, the woman hears on the news that a woman was found murdered in the same area where she dropped off the hitchhiker. The woman is convinced that the hitchhiker was the killer, and she's haunted by the image of his hook. This story is so creepy because it's so plausible. It's easy to imagine yourself in the woman's shoes, and it's even easier to imagine what would happen if you didn't leave the hitchhiker stranded. The story also taps into our fears of the unknown and the dark. If you're looking for a creepy urban legend to freak yourself out, then The Hook is a great choice. It's a classic story that has been told and retold for years, and it's sure to give you the chills. The Smiley Face Killer. This is a relatively new urban legend that has been circulating since the early 2000s. The story goes that a serial killer is targeting young men and leaving their bodies in rivers and lakes. The killer is said to draw a smiley face on the bodies of his victims, which is how he got his name. The Smiley Face Killer is said to be a white male in his 20s or 30s. He is often described as being clean-cut and well-dressed. He is said to target young men who are out drinking or partying. He is also said to use drugs and alcohol to incapacitate his victims. The Smiley Face Killer has never been caught, and his existence is still debated by some. However, the story has persisted, and it has become one of the most popular urban legends in recent years. There are a few reasons why the Smiley Face Killer story is so creepy. First, it is a very real possibility that there is a serial killer out there who is targeting young men. Second, the smiley face is a symbol of happiness and innocence, which makes it all the more disturbing to think that it is being used by a killer. Finally, the story taps into our fears of the unknown and the dark. We don't know who the Smiley Face Killer is, and we don't know where he will strike next. If you're looking for a creepy urban legend to freak yourself out, then The Smiley Face Killer is a great choice. It's a story that is both plausible and disturbing, and it's sure to give you the chills. The Candyman. This is a classic urban legend that has been around for many years. The story goes that if you say Candyman 5 times in front of a mirror, he will appear and kill you. The Candyman is said to be the ghost of a man who was lynched for his love of a white woman. He is said to have a hook for a hand, and he is said to be covered in bees. The Candyman story is so creepy because it taps into our fears of the unknown and the dark. We don't know who the Candyman is, and we don't know where he will appear. The story also plays on our fears of mirrors, which are often seen as portals to other worlds. If you're looking for a creepy urban legend to freak yourself out, then The Candyman is a great choice. It's a story that is both plausible and disturbing, and it's sure to give you the chills.
Subscribe Shadowy Shivers for more horror stories and contents.